Hello there, very good evening and a warm welcome to the news live on Rupavahini. I'm Sharon Masquenis.
Good evening, I'm Clifford Richards. First of all, we take a look at the headlines. The President says the year 2017 is to be declared as the year of freeing the country from poverty. A student has been taken into custody for hacking the President's official website. The Ports Authority claims that there was no damage caused by the fire in the Colombo port. Several ministers reveal that the 65th SLFP annual convention is to be conducted with the participation of true policy-abiding party members. Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation has been elected to the Vice Presidency of the Asia Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development. At least 60 people have been killed in a suicide car bombing in Yemen. Moving on to the stories in detail. President Maithripala Sirisena says that the year 2017 is to be declared as the year of freeing the country from poverty. He noted that the relevant proposal for this purpose will be submitted to the Cabinet shortly. The President made this disclosure while addressing the Mahavali Development and Environment Ministry Progress Review meeting at the Presidential Secretariat in Colombo this afternoon. He emphasized the importance of reviewing financial and physical progress in spending monetary provisions allocated for 2016. He pointed out that relevant officials should look after the spending of this money properly during the next few months. He said that if they take measures to direct these funds to the Treasury without using it properly, then those relevant officials should bear the responsibility for such actions. President Maithripala Sirisena further noted that the development is still linked with political characters. It is essential to bring development equally into 25 administrative districts in Sri Lanka. Some areas are being developed as a result of the strength of political leaders at regional level. Some areas are still to be developed because of the weak political leadership. This is the current situation of the development in the country. Therefore, it is essential to change this situation under the present state policy. The President said that a balanced development of everyone in all districts and divisional secretariat areas should be achieved in a just society. The President said that, adding that the present government is committed to bring equal benefits of development to the people in all those areas. The President pointed out that the large number of families who are not covered by the Samurdhi movement and Divinagam projects is suffering from poverty. He pledged to fulfill welfare activities for the benefit in accordance with the state policy. A student has been taken into custody by the Criminal Investigations Department today for hacking the official website of President Maithripala Sirisena. The suspected student is a resident of Kadugannava and he's studying in the GC Advanced Level class. The CID revealed that the student who hacked the website has inserted forged data into it. The incident was reported last Friday and investigations were launched from several sections accordingly. The suspected student was taken into custody and he is now under interrogation. This was disclosed by the Criminal Investigations Department. Robbing data by hacking a computer or information systems or entering new data is a punishable offence under the Computer Crimes Act.
The Sri Lanka Ports Authority says no damage has caused as a result of the fire erupted near the Colombo Port's East Container Jetty private worksite at around 2 p.m. today. A load of discarded rubber tubes that was stored near the jetty was caught up in the fire due to a welding spark. Port Authority officers said that the fire has been doused using 10 firefighting vehicles and tugboats at the port premises. They said that today activities at the port or ship movements had not been affected by the fire.
People's representatives of the Central Province told a media conference in Kandy today that a large number of people is expected to participate from the Kandy district at the upcoming 65th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. Central Province Chief Minister Sarath Ekanayake said that certain elements were claiming that President Maithripala Sirisena had taken the chairmanship of the SLFP by force. The party has a constitution. According to this constitution, if a member of the SLFP becomes the head of state, then he should be the chairman of the party officially. A decision was taken by the then office bearers of the party during the former President Mahinda Rajapaksa's period, and the present office bearers have taken a decision to make President Maithripala Sirisena the chairman of the party. An SLP member has the right to attend the party convention, and no one can take a decision regarding the right of the member. Therefore, it is unbecoming to convene party branch meetings and asking for their wish relating to the participation in the party convention. If the party is making a request from organizers to bring 250 members to the convention, then they should make attempts to bring 500 or more, he said. We have done this in the past and we are doing it today and tomorrow as well. All arrangements have been made to conduct the SLFP annual convention in Kurunagala with the highest number of party members from the Kandy district this time. Sri Lanka Transport Board and the private buses have already been booked to provide transport facilities for the party members. Everyone is ready to attend the convention, he said.
මේ බලමණ්ඩල එක්කහු කරගෙන බලමණ්ඩලයේ කැමැත්ත පරිදි දෙන්න කියන එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම වැරදිම කතාවක්. අපි කරන්නේ සංවිධායකවරු විදියට අපිට පක්ෂයෙන් කිව්වොත් 250ක් ගේන්න කියලා අපි 500ක් ගෙනියන්න තමයි උත්සාහ කරන්නේ. ඒක අපි එදත් කළා, අදත් කරනවා, හෙටත් කරනවා. මේ කුරුණෑගල තියෙන එකටත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මහනුවර දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ වැඩිම පිරිසක් අපි සහභාගී කරන්න මේ වන විට සියලු කටයුතු සූදානම් කරලා ඉවරයි. ළංගම පමණක් නෙවෙයි පෞද්ගලික බස් රථත් අපිත් එක්ක යන්න සූදානම් වෙලා ඉවරයි. ඒ නිසා ආයෙ ගිහලා අහන්න දෙයක් නැහැ කාගෙන්වත් දෙනවද නැද්ද කියලා. අපි ඔක්කොම මේ රැස්වීමට යන්න සූදානම්. අපිට පේනවා ශ්‍රී ලංකා නිදහස් පක්ෂයේ සමහර අය මේ කරන කටයුතු වලදී අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම වෙන්නේ දේශපාලන වශයෙන් තමන්ගේ සියදියු නිසා ගැනීම. ඒ ගොඩට අහිංසක ශ්‍රී ලංකා නිදහස් පාක්ෂිකයව තමන්ට එපයි කියන කාරණේ අපි බොහොම පැහැදිලිව කියනවා. ඔය ඉන්න පාර්ලිමේන්තු
Central Provincial Councillor Thelina Tennakon said that some of those members of parliament have received lakhs of votes due to the SLFP vote base. A group of persons in the party was waiting to cross over to the side with more advantage. He called upon the SLFP chairman and general secretary to keep them in the party as it is essential to protect the Sri Lanka Freedom Party.
ශ්‍රී ලංකා නිදහස් පක්ෂයේ සභාපතිතුමාගේ අපි ඉල්ලනවා, මහලේකම්තුමාගේ අපි ඉල්ලනවා. එහෙම පහසුවෙන් ඉන්න අය සීරුවෙන් තියන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම පහසුවෙන් ඉන්න බෑ කිසි කෙනෙකුට. පක්ෂය ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න පහසුවෙන් ඉන්න අය සීරුවෙන් තියන්න දැන් වෙලාව ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
Central Provincial Minister Ediriwiri Vivadana said that there was a section who cannot win elections although they can form a political party. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa has become a prisoner in this group as he has to satisfy those stooges. He's hoping to get the SLFP leadership as he cannot give up power. This will never happen. He said that this party is very strong and the former president became the patron of the party in accordance with the constitution. He should extend his support to strengthen the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, he added.
Minister Anura Priyadarshini claims that the owners of a political party are the policy-abiding party members irrespective of its leadership. He expressed the belief that a large number of SLFP members and supporters will participate in the upcoming annual convention of the party. Disaster Management Minister Anura Priyadarshini noted that a convention of a party is a meeting of its representatives. Some of them were making statements pledging their presence at the convention. Some others were saying that they will not attend it. However, he expressed the belief that a record number of people will attend the party convention this time. There were various problems in the party and there is always a possibility of creating more problems. Even under any circumstances, we will have to do our duty by the party. An invitation was extended to all members of the SLFP to attend the party convention. Party is a common thing and it is not belong to a single person. Leaders are changing from time to time, but party is not belonging to leaders. The owners of the party is its political abiding members. A large number of people is expected to participate in the annual convention and the 65th anniversary celebrations of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party.
The SAARC finance ministers are highly impressed on the present economic situation in Sri Lanka. They expressed these views when the Sri Lankan Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake held bilateral talks with them on the sidelines of the 8th SAARC Finance Ministers Conference in Islamabad, Pakistan recently. Finance ministers of all SAARC member countries and heads of finance ministries and institutions participated in the conference. Finance Minister Secretary Dr. R.H.S. Samaratunga, Director General of the Trade and Investment Policy Department, Ranjit Ashoka, and high officials represented Sri Lanka at the conference. SAARC finance ministers told the Sri Lankan Finance Minister Ravi Karunanika that they appreciate the island nation's progress in economic field regionally. The finance minister called upon his counterparts in the region to make use of the conducive investment opportunity being created in the country. He also held bilateral talks with Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif.
The 3-day special anti-dengue program that was implemented before the commencement of the new school term ended today. It was implemented in 38 medical health officers' divisions in the Western Province. The increasing of mosquito breeding places became possible owing to the closure of schools during holidays for around 1 month. 550 teams comprising members of the 3 armed forces and representatives of the police and the health division participated in the anti-mosquito program. There was a threat of breeding dengue mosquito larvae with the onset of the northeast monsoon rain in September in the northern and eastern provinces. The health ministry says that an anti-dengue week will be implemented in those areas as well. Around 35,000 dengue patients were reported this year and 52 of them have died in the dengue disease.
The Director General of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Professor Sunil Shantha, has been elected to the post of the Vice President of the General Conference of the Asia Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development. This election made at the 42nd Annual Gathering at the 15th General Conference and associated meetings in Tehran, Iran. The Sri Lankan representative was elected to the post of the Vice President with a majority vote of the full members of the Permanent Committee of the Institute surpassing the Pakistani representative. Present government's media freedom and the balanced foreign policy were considered at the occasion. France, Singapore, China, South Korea, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia and Iran were among the permanent member countries of the IBD. Far-reaching views on the field of broadcasting were expressed by representatives of member countries. They highlighted the need of promoting relations between member countries, exchanging programs, training and providing research reports, as well as directing officials of the establishment for training programs. News reporting and live broadcasting. Presentation made by the SLRC Director General, Professor Sunil Shantha, on Sri Lanka's media culture and development has attracted more attention of the representatives who attended the conference. Representatives of several leading media institutions in the world, including CNN, BBC and Al Jazeera, attended the conference as observers. Sri Lanka is to hold the vice presidency of the IBD for its official term of 2 years. Iranian representative has been elected as the president of the conference. AIBD headquarters, based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, is functioning in accordance with the United Nations Development Programme.
During the last 2 years that I have started my tenure as the international relations.
The United National Party membership promotion program was held in Talava City, Anuradhapura, yesterday under the patronage of Minister Kabir Hashim. The aim of the membership drive is to enroll 3 million members into the UNP. Minister Kabir Hashim, who toured in a 3-wheeler, conducted the UNP membership promotion drive along with the Minister Chandrani Bandara. A large number of people received the UNP membership. They said that they will extend their fullest support to the present government's program headed by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. The minister further noted that certain sections, both internationally and locally, were making an attempt to destroy the United National Party. But Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe is protecting the party. At that time, they said that the UNP cannot win an election forever. But we have launched a struggle in the year 2013, creating confidence on the party. As a result of the commitment and confidence, the United National Party has been able to form a government. He called upon party supporters not to give up this confidence. He quoted the president as saying in Mathura town clearly that this government will continue its 5th term in office and these two parties will work together during this period.
The Sri Lankan Embassy in Doha has advised employers to be cautious about online advertisements for recruitment of maids and urged them to verify details with the mission. A.K.U. Rohana, counsellor at the embassy in Doha, revealed that many advertisements for maids posted on social media and other online platforms lack credibility and some mislead employers. He added that there were people who advertised about maids on social media, but they were not reliable. He pointed out that when a maid is recruited through a manpower agency, then the agency is responsible for 3 months if he does not show up for duties or runs away, as the employer signs a mandatory bond of 15,000 riyals with the agency for this period.
Here's Asia News in a minute.
Police in northwest China say they have caught a man suspected of 11 murders over a period of 15 years. Singapore has confirmed 41 cases of locally transmitted Zika virus, mostly among foreign construction workers, and said it expected more cases to be identified. A coach carrying 42 people overturned on a motorway in South China's Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region on Sunday, killing 10 people and injuring 32 others, according to the local police. The South Korean government is operating a touring medical service in Africa. The program, called Korea Aid, is offering great help to local people who are left in a medical blind spot. North Korean students celebrate the 9th Congress of the Kim Il-sung Socialist Youth League with torchlight parade and fireworks in Pyongyang.
After a tour of Asia, we're back home. Well, the American Navy ship USS Frank Cable arrived at the Colombo port today on a goodwill visit. The land-class submarine tender was ceremonially welcomed by the Sri Lankan Navy in accordance with the naval traditions on her arrival. The commanding officer of the USS Frank Cable, Captain Drew St. John, made a courtesy call on the Deputy Area Commander of the Western Naval Area, Commodore Senarath Vijay Surya, in Colombo. They held cordial discussions and exchanged mementos. The US Navy ship is on a 4-day official visit to Sri Lanka.
Minister Sajid Premadasa says the era of securing only the ruling generation has already ended. He noted that the present government has been able to create an era of infusing lifeblood to the common people. The minister made these observations while speaking at a ceremony organised in connection with the laying of the foundation stone to build the 5th Reawakening village in the Hambantota district. The representation of housing loans amounting to 12 million rupees for house recipient families to build 40 houses took place at the occasion. The Reawakening village is named as Sarasagama. A loan facility of 80 million rupees was given to the house recipients to repair 147 houses.
JVP MP Bimal Ratnayaka disclosed the present deteriorating status of the Colombo port at a media conference in Colombo today. JVP MP Bimal Ratnayaka said that the Colombo port has become the 24th port, competing with large ports in the US and China. Advertisements were published recently to privatize the East Container Terminal of this port. The aim is to sell 85% of this ownership of the East Container Terminal and keep 15% for Sri Lanka Ports Authority under this setup. Sri Lanka Ports Authority will get only water, he said. The Colombo port was under corruption and fraud during the previous regime, but after that, the Colombo port has earned some profits as a single port. The Ports Authority is making losses not because of the Colombo port, it is because of Hambantota and Oluville ports. Hambantota is a pet project of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Oluville Commercial Port was a project of former Ports Minister in the area. Those two projects were highly unsuccessful, he said.
The new divisional secretariat in Attanagala was opened this morning under the patronage of former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga and Minister Vajirabe Vardhana. The new divisional secretariat in Attanagala was built at a cost of 50 million rupees. The Attanagala divisional secretariat is consisting of 152 Grama Niladari areas. The divisional secretariat had been functioned in a building with less facilities so far. Addressing the gathering, former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga said that the government officials are not politicians. They are a group of persons who extend their services to the people and bring government benefits to the public. They have no political rights or ability. They can do politics in their homes and villages after completing their duties. But when they come to office, they should remove their political cloak and enter the office to serve the people, she said.
With the aim of facilitating Sri Lankan businesses to grow globally, an international business forum was held in Colombo today. The International Business Forum, Expanding Business Globally, was organized by the Board of Investment in association with Eagle Eye International. Around 150 local and foreign businessmen participated. Saudi Al Mazure and Thomas Joseph South Zone highlighted business opportunities in Sharjah Airport International Free Zone for Sri Lanka businesses to grow. BOI Chairman Upul Jayasuriya noted that Sri Lankans have emerged as important investors within the UAE.
In other stories, we have for you the stock update. The all share price index closed at 6,540.19 points, dropped by 10.72 points, and the S&P SL20 index closed at 3,588.19 points, increased by 3.26 points at the end of the trading in the Colombo Stock Exchange today. Turnover was over 800 million rupees.
Welcome back to the news, and we now move on to news overseas. Well, at least 60 people have been killed in a suicide car bombing at a military facility in the southern Yemeni city of Aden. A training camp or compound used by the pro-government Popular Resistance Militia was reportedly hit. The so-called Islamic State said it carried out the attack. It comes amid a fresh push to end Yemen's 17-month war between Saudi-backed government and the rebels, the UN said, has left 6,600 people dead. Some 2.5 million Yemenis have also been displaced. The Saudi-led coalition has been carrying out airstrikes in Yemen since March 2015 in support of the internationally recognized government of President Abdrabbo Mansour Hadi. Meanwhile, the government and the rebels have responded positively to a new Gulf-backed initiative to end the conflict. The plan, announced last week by the US, calls for the withdrawal of Shia Houthi rebels from the capital Sana'a and talks on forming a unity government.
On to more foreign news in brief. A ceasefire has come into effect in Colombia between the main leftist rebel group and the government, ending one of the world's longest insurgencies. The ceasefire came after 4 years of peace talks in Cuba between the FARC and the government. The final agreement of the ending of the 52-year-old war will be signed next month.
En mi condición de comandante del Estado Mayor Central de la KNP, ordeno a todos nuestros mandos.
An explosion has hit crime laboratories in Brussels suburb in what police are treating as a criminal but not terrorist incident. A car rammed through 3 fences, leading to an explosion and a large fire. Belgian media said one or more suspects then reportedly set off a bomb near the laboratories, but police could not confirm that a bomb had exploded. A team of 6 people have completed a Mars simulation in Hawaii, where they lived in near isolation for a year. Since 29 August 2015, the group lived in close quarters in a dome without fresh air, fresh food or privacy. Experts estimate that a human mission to the Red Planet could be taken between 1 or 3 years.
Conditions humans could expect on the Red Planet of its kind. The inhospitable terrain chosen because it's similar to Mars and just as challenging. No longer science fiction. That's the problem. BBC News.
Mexican singer Juan Gabriel, a musical icon across the Latin American for more than 40 years, died yesterday of a heart attack at the age of 66. The prolific songwriter and performer, who was known for his powerful love ballads, died in Santa Monica, California. On Friday, he performed in Los Angeles at the Forum Concert Hall and was due to sing at the concert in El Paso, Texas, last on Sunday. Thousands of people enjoyed the oxen racing in the traditional ox race in the Bavarian town of Muenzi, which took place for the 6th time yesterday. Around 10,000 people descended on the small town in Bavaria to watch the riders and their oxen compete in bright sunshine as temperatures soared to 30 degrees.
Welcome to the sports news and a little bit of dull news for Sri Lanka. Australia edged out Sri Lanka by 2 wickets to spoil TM Dilshan's one-day farewell as well and go 2-up in the 5-match series at Rangelidamulu International Stadium yesterday. Opting to bat first, the Sri Lankans' dashing batsman TM Dilshan and Anushka Gunathilaka took to the field amid cheers of the vast local crowd. Dilshan's sparkling 42 runs in the one-day finale was the second highest score of the team. Dilshan has scored 10,290 runs in 330 one-day internationals for Sri Lanka. Dinesh Chandimal hit his 4th one-day international century. He made 102 with 7 fours. Sri Lanka was bowled out for 226 runs in 49.2 overs. Adam Sapa took 3 for 38. Australia reached the winning target, losing 8 wickets in 46 overs. George Bailey, who scored 70 runs, was judged the man of the match. TM Dilshan, who retired from one-day international cricket, received a felicitation award as well.
Tilakaratne Dilshan, frustrated man this evening, saying hello to his family up in the stands.
So big moment for Tilakaratne Dilshan.
On to weather news now. The Met Department says that rainy weather is expected to be enhanced to some extent during the next few days. Showers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa and central and southern and northwestern provinces. Showers or thunder showers may occur at several places elsewhere after 2 p.m.
And with that weather picture for tomorrow, it's time for us to leave you. Do enjoy the rest of the programs. Take care. Good night.